number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 1,315, with 9 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 9 additional cases were reported and 1 new death. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Bella Shaw. It's Thursday, July 15th. The numbers continue to rise once again. For the 6th consecutive day at Los Angeles County public health officials urge anyone unvaccinated to get the vaccine. Today's daily case count is almost 10 times the number of cases the county reported this time a month ago. Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer says people are more likely to get infected and spread the virus when indoors, where the virus is transmitted through the air consistent. And correct mask use by people indoors adds a layer of protection and can reduce the risk of getting COVID-19 as well as other respiratory infections. LA County re-implemented indoor mask mandates regardless of vaccination status. It'll take effect starting this Sunday. Public health officials are urging everyone, as a proactive and precautionary measure, to wear masks when indoors or at places of business where vaccination verification is not required or the status of vaccination of others is not known. Also, continue to wash hands often and stay away from others if you're sick. Getting vaccinated may be the best way to defend yourself against the virus. The county also continues to offer anyone getting vaccinated a chance at winning some cool prizes like tickets to concerts or sporting events in Los Angeles. COVID-19 cases are on the rise again globally. According to the World Health Organization, cases rose 10% just last week to nearly 3 million, with the highest numbers recorded in Brazil, India, Indonesia, and Britain. Low vaccination rates, relaxation of mask rules, and other precautions, along with the spread of the more contagious Delta variant, are all factors in the recent surge in COVID-19 cases. Even here in the U.S., despite having the highest vaccination rate in the world, newly confirmed infections per day have doubled over the past 2 weeks to an average of about 24,000 new cases. So far, nearly 160 million Americans have been fully vaccinated, or roughly 55% of the population. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shared some startling statistics regarding overdose deaths during the pandemic. The U.S. government reported a record 93,000 deaths in 2020, a 29% increase from the year prior. Experts say lockdowns and other pandemic restrictions isolated those with drug addictions and made getting treatments difficult. The CDC says fentanyl was the culprit for 60% of the overdose deaths last year. There were also large increases in drug overdoses in several states, including California, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Vermont, which saw the largest jump. The 93,000 deaths due to a drug overdose, along with 378,000 deaths in 2020 attributed to COVID-19, made for one of the deadliest years in U.S. history. Johnson & Johnson is recalling 5 of its sunscreen products after finding traces of benzene in its samples. The affected products were packaged in aerosol cans and include Aveeno Protect Plus, 4 Neutrogena sunscreen versions, the Beach Defense, Aerosol, Cool Dry Sport, Invisible Daily Defense, and Ultra Sheer sunscreen. The recall includes all sizes and levels of sun protection factor, or SPF, and can be found at retailers nationwide. According to the CDC, benzene can cause cancer with repeated exposure at high enough levels. It can also damage the immune system and prevent cells from functioning properly. J&J said it is investigating how the chemical got into the products and is working to get all 5 products removed from store shelves immediately. Consumers are urged to stop using the sunscreens and can call the J&J Consumer Hotline for a refund. That number is 800-458-1673. Millions of American families should be receiving their first round of payments from the newly expanded child tax credit that was signed into law back in March. The Internal Revenue Service announced the agency would begin issuing advance payments starting today through the end of the year to some 39 million families. The IRS sent more than 36 million letters to parents informing them of the enhanced credit and their potential eligibility. Now, this is part of President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package, allowing eligible families to receive a child tax credit of as much as $3,600 for each child under the age of 6 and up to $3,000 annually per child between the ages of 6 and 17. To qualify, families must have filed a 2019 or 2020 tax return and claimed a child tax credit on the return. Qualifying income limits include parents earning up to $112,500 or joint filers making up to $150,000 a year. Well, the economy may be on the mend as the U.S. Labor Department released its weekly report reflecting the lowest levels of unemployment benefits since the pandemic struck more than a year ago. In the week ending July 10th, jobless claims fell by 26,000 from last week to 360,000 first-time applications. While this is the lowest level since March 14th of 2020, when it was 256,000, weekly new applications for unemployment benefits still remain high by historical standards. According to the report, employers added nearly 850,000 jobs and hourly pay rose 3.6% compared to a year ago, which shows that companies are willing to pay more to attract and keep workers. Currently, 13.8 million Americans are receiving some type of unemployment, which is down from 30.6 million just a year ago. Several beaches reopened to swimmers once again after 17 million gallons of sewage spilled into Santa Monica Bay Sunday. The Los Angeles County Department of Public Health announced that as of Wednesday night, results from ocean water samples met the state standards for acceptable water quality, and beaches from El Segundo to the southern end of Playa del Rey are now reopened after being closed for 3 days. Earlier this week, the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant issued a statement saying what happened as the plant incurred a mechanical failure due to overwhelming quantities of debris causing untreated sewage to be discharged into the ocean. The Hyperion plant is both Los Angeles' largest and oldest sewage treatment facility and has been in operation since 1894. Another kind of surge is being seen throughout California and across the country as states fully reopen and many families return to work and normal activities. The number of surrendered dogs to shelters has seen a sharp increase in recent months. According to the Los Angeles County Animal Care and Control, the number of abandoned animals has increased significantly. Currently, animals available at any of their shelters can be seen by appointment only. You can also go online to browse, from cats and dogs to livestock. There are many animals looking for their forever home. Each year in the U.S., it's said that nearly 1.5 million shelter animals are euthanized. You can go to animalcare.lacounty.gov to learn more on how you can help. We're just days away until the launch of the highly anticipated Ultra art exhibit. This is the Torrance Art Museum's first public art exhibit of its kind, with 21 interactive art pieces strategically placed around the city. The compelling art exhibit kicks off this Saturday and is free and open to the community. Artists have been busy creating and installing pieces over the past week to get ready for the weekend launch. Here's one at El Prado Park in Old Town Torrance. Abram Santa Cruz's sculpture is called Electric Dandelions and is about 28 feet tall. You can find a smaller version of it at Madrona Marsh Preserve. Abram used to be a stockbroker but decided to pursue his passion for art. He has showcased his artwork all over the world, and this is only his second install in California. Later today, he will be adding 4 heart-shaped seats at the base of the dandelion so people can sit beneath it and enjoy the light show above at night. Artworks are featured at other locations including Del Amo Fashion Center, the Katie Geisert Main Library, Lago Seco Park, Wilson Park, Torrance High School, City Hall, and of course at the Torrance Art Museum. To learn more, go to torranceartmuseum.com. Well, as we wrap up this week, be sure to tune in to Weekends in Torrance beginning Friday right here on City Cable. Due to the extended length of this week's council meetings, new episodes will air at a special time this weekend. Be sure to tune in at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday to learn more about the new Beals alert system that launched this summer. It's designed to keep the public safe in the event of an emergency or disaster. Then, aviation enthusiasts and community members alike are invited to join us on a tour of Zamperini Field to learn more about the Torrance Airport and its rich history. And on Sunday, we'll introduce you to teen journalists who are making the most of the pandemic by pouring their heart and soul into a passion project. Weekends in Torrance kicks off tomorrow at its special time at 4 p.m. You can find us on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Frontier Fios Channel 31, streaming on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. A local church made a generous donation once again. The Bread of Life Church on Lomita Boulevard dropped off 83 cases of face masks for various departments to use to continue to stay safe during the pandemic. 30,000 KN95 and 40,000 surgical masks were delivered by members of the congregation. Donations were made in front of the Torrance City Hall as Mayor Patrick Fury, council members, and city staff were all on site to receive the donations and offer the city's gratitude.
I just want to thank you once again. This generosity of the members of your church have just been overwhelming to us in the community. In times of trouble, we always look to our faith-based organizations for counsel, but this is above and beyond the counsel that we expect. So on behalf of my colleagues, on behalf of everybody who lives here and all of our employees, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of all of our hearts.
What a great way to show how Torrance community members continue to care for one another, one face mask at a time. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.